Hello my friends, what's up and welcome back. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I am Michelle, which you already knew that from the channel name, but I am so happy that you are here. Thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me. I love chatting with you guys about makeup and a few other goodies, so welcome. Today we're going to talk about the Kylie, not necessarily talk about, it's more just let's just do a Christmas look, but it is using for the first time for myself the Kylie Grinch collection, which I was so excited about. It took a long time to get to me, you guys. It took over 3 weeks. It was, I think, exactly 3 weeks and 2 days. Who was counting? But anyways, yeah, we're just gonna throw this on our face, on our eyes. We're just gonna have some fun. We are gonna get into these Christmas looks. This is gonna be the first of hopefully several Christmas looks. Get ready with me, tutorials, whatever you wanna call them, to come in the next week or so because we are rapidly approaching Christmas. So if you're interested in just kind of hanging with me and using some Kylie Grinch makeup products, then just keep on watching. Alrighty friends, so starting off, jumping right into it, starting off with the shade Stocking Full of Coal. This is the deepest shade in the palette. And I'm going to, with a blending brush, this one's by Morphe from last year's holiday collection, I'm going to concentrate this in my crease area without really buffing too much. When I say concentrate this, I am really trying to pack on the color. Like I said, since this is the deepest shade, I really want it to stand out. And it did take 2 or 3 layers to get it to where I wanted it, but it worked out pretty perfectly. Next up, I'm going in with a clean blending brush, and now I'm going to buff this shade out. So obviously it looks really harsh when I concentrate it, but now that I'm done placing the shade, I just kind of want to buff it upwards. This is my crease slash transition. I don't know, I guess I didn't even go in with a transition, but adding a little bit more with that same blending brush from before, I added another little bit of a layer after blending it out because I wanted it to be a little bit higher than what I had. Once I blended it out with the clean brush, it kind of mellowed out more than I wanted. Next, going in with one of the shimmer eye glazes. This is in the shade Stealing Christmas. I love the formula of these. These always pack a punch. They're super glittery, super sparkly, and they are perfect for a good Christmas look. Now I'm going to place this all over my lid. Doesn't look like I'm doing anything special, just placing it all over the lid. There's a couple of things down the road that are going to add to this and make it look super glam and spectacular. Super sparkly, this shade, I was so happy with it. And I always use my finger with these. It's the best application. Going back with that same blending brush in the same shade, Stocking Full of Coal, this is also what I'm going to use on the outer portion of my lid to kind of deepen it up, to kind of just give it a little bit more dimension. And I was so happy with the result. I want to do this more often, use the same shade that I use in my crease to the outer portion of my lid. And again, I built it up a couple of times. This time, in also building up the outer portion of the lid, I went back in to the crease, really just to blend it all together. Next up, I'm going with the shade You're a Mean One, and I'm also going to use my finger with this. Now this is a true gold. The shimmering eyeshadow that we put down is a green gold, and the green is very apparent, I guess. You can tell that there's that green shift. So placing this true gold on the center of the lid gives it that dimension. It pops, but it's almost kind of like a little bit of an ombre where you're like, okay, is your gold green or is it true gold? So I love that you can put that spin on it and makes it look super glam. Next, going in with the Stocking Full of Coal shade and a pencil brush, and I'm going to place this on my lower lash line. Again, because it's the deepest one in the palette, it is the one I figured would look the best, and it also kind of ties it all together. It's also like a really pretty dirty type of green, so it helps my eye color pop, which I've got green eyes. Next, I'm going in with my Fenty Pro Filter Eye Primer. Don't be surprised. And I'm going to place this on the inner corner. This, if you are new, this is what I use as my tacky base for more chunky, glittery type shades. Because it's got that tack, it really helps them pop and adhere so well. Next up, I'm going in with the shade Mount Crumpet, which I laugh every time I see that shade name. Makes me want to watch The Grinch. But I'm going in with a super small Morphe detail brush, again, from a holiday collection of some sort. And I'm going to tell you, this shade is so, so chunky. I'm not a fan of applying this type of formula with a brush, but it's hard for me on the inner corner. It is chunky. It's falling all over my robe. So I am going to end up going in with my finger at this point. But again, I don't like to do it because then it gets all up in my lower under eye area. Anyways, that was the best way to work that shade. Going in with the blush, the one with Max on the little box, it's called Max the Reindeer. This is a super bubblegum pink. I would have loved to have seen a peachy shade, a peachy blush. Not that I couldn't have pulled one from my collection, I know, but just going in with a Flower Beauty blush brush, which I love this brush, and which wish I would have bought more from the lineup, but you can't, I got it at Walmart and you can't find them there anymore. So going in with a couple of layers, it did start out pretty light, but as I built it up, it ended up looking like a beautiful flush. I love her blush formula. It's beautiful. It's just that this is a super pinky shade. So just layering that in a couple of times, ultimately you're going to see that I have to blend some of it out because I went a little crazy. I love to put some on my nose and also like on the sides of my nose, like the cheek area, because it looks like a beautiful flush. Like you've just come in from the cold and you're flushed. Super pretty. Next, going in with the highlight. So this one's called Littlest of Who's, and this does have a green tint to it. I'm a little intimidated, obviously. So going in with my Real Techniques brush, I forget what this is exactly called. I'm just going to tell you that this has absolutely replaced my Anastasia A23 for a highlight brush. It is so incredible. I'm such a fan. I had to dig in this highlight like I haven't had to dig in a really long time. I'm just like, what's the deal? I feel like I'm going to town on this. Where's the product? Where's the beef? Anyways, so just placing that on my cheekbones. Now that I'm editing, like it looks really pretty on camera with the light shining on it. But it was a little more powdery than I like. I love her limited edition highlights, but I don't know, this one kind of missed the mark for me, but that's okay. Sometimes you don't know till you try. The green tint was definitely not as intimidating as I thought. It really was just kind of more of an icy type of highlight, and I felt comfortable enough to start putting it all over my face. So typically, you guys know, I put on my nose, my chin, up above my eyebrows, whatever part of the forehead that is, I don't know. But anyways, so obviously I am so underwhelmed by it, but it's fine. Just again, it was a little more powdery than I liked. Once we put on the setting spray and everything, you're going to see it just kind of, it does melt in a little bit better, but I'm like, let me swatch this. And after swatching, I was like, where is the pigment? This may be one of those where I really just, after a few uses and get into it, dig into it a little bit more, that it'll be better, but who knows? Just not a great first impression. Here's where I tell you, I had to kind of blend out that blush a little bit because I was like, oh my goodness, I look like an amateur put this on my face. Anywho, so how would you get that? Anywho, and the Grinch. Oh my goodness, that was totally spur of the moment. Going in with the lipstick, I Hate Christmas. So sad, so sad. But because I love Christmas, but it's funny how this lipstick, the name of the lipstick, almost determined its fate because this one's completely broken. It is smashed on the top, like it can't go completely down, so there's some of the lipstick on the lid, but it's also completely broken at the base, and I'm going to be super careful so that this doesn't fall all over the place, but you can see how it's crooked as it goes up. That's because it's just completely broken. So, I don't know. I've heard stories of other people having the same issue. But anyways, it's too bad because it is a lovely, lovely shade. But anyways, we're going to put this on. I don't have a lip liner that is... I've got Night Moth by MAC. I'm going to be honest, I couldn't find it in time for this video. But I don't know that that one would have paired well with this anyways. I need to expand my lip liner collection for sure. I think I'm going to pick up some ColourPop ones in the near future. But Anyways, so just putting this on, it applies very nicely, but because the top is smashed, it's really hard to get a precise like lip line application. Anyways, still pretty though. So finally, it's time for setting spray. I have grown to actually really like this Rare Beauty setting spray. I wasn't as much of a fan the first few times I used it. I even mentioned that in my Sephora, what worked for me, what didn't, but I've grown to actually really like it. But that is it, you guys. Super simple, honestly, but it ends up looking very glam, and I'm sure you have quite a bit in your own collection that could get you a very similar look. So I hope you found that a little bit of fun. I found it so much fun playing with these products, quite frankly, and it had been a long time since I had used a new Kylie eyeshadow palette, because with this year being what it has been, I think she delayed a couple of her releases, and then once they finally released, I was a little bit bummed by them. So anyways, this was definitely what I was excited about from the brand this year. And so let's just talk a little bit. I mean, not like you can, I know, jump on her website and purchase these anymore. I did get mine with the first release. I know she kind of restocked a few of the items. But yeah, it took forever and a day to get to me. I love the eyeshadow palette, and I really love the shimmer eye glazes. I'm a huge fan of her shimmer eye glazes because they pack such a punch, and that is my MO. Like, I love an amazing metallic, super sparkly, super intense. Subtle is not for me. And so anyways, definitely love these products. Yes, to look at the eyeshadow palette, you have to look at it for a little while to really not get inspired, but really think of what you want to do, because there's a lot of shades that are just kind of more muted, I guess. Just kind of like, it almost reminds you of like maybe pastel type of vibes, and I'm not really into pastel shadows just because they don't perform as well. But overall, the shades that I did use, again, not like telling you super 100% how amazing the palette is. What am I trying to say even? I only used a few shades, and today's my first day using it. So anyways, I loved what I used so far. And again, the shimmer eye glazes, whenever you can get your hands on those, if you are like me, if you have taste in eyeshadow like I do, then yeah, you need those. So or just in general, her shimmer eye glazes. The face products, not sure I was super a fan. I do very much enjoy her blushes. I just don't think that this, for me, was the right shade for this launch. For this look, I would have used a peachy blush, but I wanted to put this one to use. It is a beautiful shade. It's just that these brighter bubblegum pinks aren't what I typically go for. But you may be asking, then why did you order it? Because it was part of the Grinch collection, and I am glad I ordered it. I will use it. And then, oh gosh, it's got Max on the little box. So cute. And then I was not a fan of the highlight. Her limited edition highlights are usually spot on for me. They pack a punch. They are a lightning bolt on my face. I glow to the moon. And with this one, I knew it was gonna have like a little bit of a green hue, which you can't even hardly tell. That's why I went to town and started putting it on my nose, on my chin, on my forehead. I wasn't gonna do that because of the green like little hue. And I was like, I don't see the green. I'm going all out. I had to dig. It's a little bit powdery. It's not, I'm a little disappointed in that. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more, but that's okay. Anyways, so there was that with Miss Cindy Lou Who. And then the lipsticks. So I have used a couple of the lipsticks already. That's the only thing that I had already dug into. I couldn't help it. I showed you in the, I don't know what to call it, tutorial, I guess, that it was broken. Like that, the deepest one, which obviously the one I'm wearing, completely broken, like smashed on the top. And if I'm not careful, like I twisted it up to show you without twisting it up enough for it to pop over. It's broken at the base. Like literally I can pull it out and just, anyways. So a couple others are also smashed on the top. So they didn't have any more to send me. Like they couldn't replace it, which I understand. It was super popular. So anyways, they ended up refunding the lipstick set, which I was grateful for. I don't know that I'm really going to get much use out of this one. I think 1 or 2 more uses and I'm probably going to have to toss it because it's smashing up against the sides since it's just completely loose in there anyways. But yeah, I love Kylie lipsticks in bullet form, and I'm not really a fan of bullet lipsticks. So packaging, you guys, so perfect. Anyways, so I just kind of wanted to give you a quick rundown of the products in general in case maybe you already ordered them, maybe you're kind of hunting them down a different route, which wait a little while, let them come down in price. I heard that they're going for something crazy, which I think it's because of the packaging. But anyways, so I hope you enjoyed today's first not today's first, there's not gonna be more videos today, but I hope you enjoyed this first Christmas tutorial of the season. Again, there's gonna be a few more, you know, hopefully between, or God willing, between now and Christmas, but hopefully it helps get both you and I into the Christmas makeup spirit. So my friends, as per usual, I just want to leave you with a quick verse of the day to motivate you, encourage you, tell you that Jesus loves you. In addition, I will pop a phone number on the screen. It's to the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. And basically, if you need prayer, you can dial the number. Simple as that. No commitment or anything. It's just sometimes we need somebody to talk to. Sometimes we don't have somebody to pray with us. Sometimes you're kind of wondering, you know, I don't know if I need prayer, but I kind of want to just give it a try. Give them a call. It gives you somebody to talk to. And I feel like in this very troubled world that we are living in, we all need some of that. So today I leave you with John 14:27, and it says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." All right, my friends, thank you again for spending some time with me today. I'm so looking forward to Christmas, and the only reason that I don't want it to come is because I don't want it to be over, but I'm very excited that Christmas is coming, and so it is my prayer that if you are in a place of despair or sadness right now, despite the joyous season, I know that, you know, it's happy for some and very depressing and sad for others. Please know that I pray for you. I love you. If you'd like to leave a comment or just reach out directly to me for prayer or just to talk, I am certainly here to do so. And so, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until the next video, please stay safe and stay well. Remember that I love you very much, but Jesus loves you more. See you soon. Bye.